Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So a little bit ago I went down to the aquarium co-op and hung out with Jimmy and Corey after hours. We were filming, taking pictures, and I was posting pictures on Instagram, and somebody asked if I would try out the new Sera giant tabs. And I thought, sure, why not? I haven't played with Sera Food before, so I actually got a few more different types of Sera in addition to the O-nip tabs, and that's what we're going to take a look at today. So as you can see from the videos there, the fish like the extra large tab just as much as the smaller tab. Let's take a look at the ingredients. So we got spirulina algae meal, 21%, crude protein, 45%, crude fat, 12.9%, and then we got a bunch of good vitamins in there. Sea algae, stinging nettle, all kinds of stuff in there. Pretty sweet. So we'll start at the 125 gallon tank. I'm going to put one of these extra large ones in here. Probably more towards the bottom, maybe right around there. So the corridors can definitely smell it. They're looking for it down in the soil, but it's right up here, guys. Got to come up here to get it. So we got 4 different species of corridors in this tank. You can see almost all of them right now. One of the species you've never even seen on my channel before. I got them a little bit ago, and you might be able to guess, you might not be able to guess what they are, but let's see if I can find one. This little guy right here. So there's 2 right there in the middle. That guy right there. Anyone guess what that guy is? Besides freaking awesome, that is. Never shown those on my channel before, so there you go. You can see I got both female and male corridors, which is cool. Here comes the green fire tetra. This is finally starting to break apart. One thing I noticed between the 2 tabs is that this larger tab holds up a lot longer than the smaller tab now. Kind of personal preference if you want it to break up fast, or if you're like me and want it to last for a while. But I like the larger ones because they tend to last longer. Oh, we see some ember tetras coming over. So what do we got in here? Green fire tetra, ember tetras, pygmaeus, habrosus, hastatus, the mystery cories. There's a few of them in there. Pencil fish. There's peacock gudgeons. I don't know if you've seen those yet. Here's one of the peacock gudgeons over here. Not in focus, but focus, focus, focus. Nope, not gonna focus. Well, maybe a little bit, I don't know. Oh, and of course, the gobies here. Still have the gobies in here. There's some catfish in here too, but I never ever see them. Maybe sometimes at night I'll see them, but other than that, I never see them. So everything in here is definitely loving this extra large catfish tab. Alright, I think you guys get the idea. Fish love these tabs, both the small one and the new larger one. So there you go for the person that requested it. I hope this makes you happy. But next we're going to take a look at these, which is the catfish chips with wood. Alright, so here again is what we're looking at. Catfish chips, wafers with wood. It doesn't want to focus on that, but let's take a look at the ingredients. So it says feed sparingly, but I dumped a bunch in here just so we can try to get some plecos out for the video. I don't normally feed this many, but you'll see how many I dumped in there. So fish meal, cornstarch, wheat flour, wheat germ meal, brewer's yeast, and then the good stuff. Spirulina algae, milk powder, fish oil, omega acids, herbs, willow bark, alder cones, there we go, stinging nettle again, parsley, sea algae, paprika, spinach. So let's see if any of these fish have come out yet. I'd be really surprised. So I've got 2 40-gallon breeders with plecos in them, and these are definitely the timid of the bunch. The other tank probably already has a bunch of plecos out, but yeah, we can see the 174 there. What else? Can't really see anything. Let's give these guys a little time. Maybe they'll work their way out, but I can already see a ton of plecos out in the other tank. Alright guys, here we go. It is pleco madness here. You saw the L200s. We got L264, the L91 just swam into the cichlid stone over here. That's that guy with the awesome orange tail, L091. All of these guys are amazing plecos. You're going to see all the Sultan plecos coming out. That's the gray with the black spots and the white tips. The Emperor Tetras are coming down here and trying to get some as well. Everything in this tank, the Corridoras, this stuff is just bringing everything over here. And you can see I definitely put a lot of them in there. Like I said, I normally don't put that many in there. but I was trying to entice the fish out. See that beautiful L91? He's got the courage to come on out, and oh yeah, boy, he's a lot bigger than the last time we saw him. Alright, real quick, I snuck back over to the 125 because I'm seeing auto sinkless are even chowing down on this stuff. Look at that. Pretty cool. There was about 8 of them over here, but when I walked over here I scared most of them off, as you can see. But they're starting to make their way back. There's one coming down there on the glass, so I'll step away again and let all the autos come back and feed off of this. Still no action out of this tank over here though. There you see the leopard frog pleco in there. Started to come out a little bit, but they're not falling for it. None of the fish are actually going for it. Here we have the zebra pleco over here. Just looks like all the fish in this tank are a little timid for some reason. I did turn off the filter. There's a starlight pleco down there. Can't really see, it's too dark. But even the new catfish are back there hiding, and those guys are pretty boisterous. So whatever I did, they're definitely not happy, so we'll just leave this tank alone for now. Alright, so here we are at the 75 gallon. If you haven't seen this tank in a while, the crypt Bolognese are really starting to get that nice wrinkled look, but still got a lot of die off with the crypts, but that's to be expected with crypts. They do drop their leaves and then grow them back. But we're going to drop some of the catfish chips in here and see what happens, see what goes for it. As I expected, just about everything going for them, but I'd really be curious. You can see one of the bikers, well maybe you can't, but there's a biker in the back there. 2 of them, there comes the other one. So just like I thought, everything is coming down for it. The Synodontis, I'd really like to see the bikers. Oh, we got one. See, the biker back there? I don't know if you can see it. Oh man, I might have missed that. I might have scared him off, but even the biker grabbed one, so that's really good news. Here we have the Synodontis pleurops. It's coming out. Let's see, what else? The Synodontis burchardi right there in the middle. That's that one there, and of course the dwarf petricola running around. Got a pretty big scuffle going on in the back there, so they're all fighting over it. They love this stuff. I'd really like to see... Oh, there we go, right there. I don't know, can you guys see that? The biker? Yep, there you saw it there, just for a second. This biker right here is trying to come get one for himself. But that makes me happy. It's always nice to find food that my bikers will eat. This stuff is biker approved. Alright, so we've taken a look at the tabs, the chips. Next up, we're going to take a look at the flakes, and there's something that I really like about these flakes. Let me show you what that is right now. So we'll just do a quick once-over of the ingredients here. You can take a look. All kinds of good stuff in there. Sea algae meal, paprika, parsley, spinach, carrots, vitamins, pro-vitamins. I'm always pro-vitamins. I don't know if you're anti-vitamins, but if you are, this is probably not the food for you. But the one thing I like about this is there is no dye. Let's take a look at the Tetra food here. And you can see at the bottom, blue number 2, red number 3, yellow number 6, yellow number 5, all kinds of crap in here that is just not necessary just to make it look colorful. You know, I don't like that stuff in my food. I don't like it in my dog food. So why I allow it in my fish food, I don't know, but not anymore. Look at that. Just brown and green, plain flakes. Let's see if the fish like them. So our first stop is going to be at the black Moscow guppies here. Up to quite a few. They've slowly been breeding. You can see some fry in there. Let me drop in some of this flake. Alright, we got the flake in there. You see this male right here, kind of with that weird fork tail. I don't know if that's a genetic problem or it's not getting bit off, because it's been like that ever since I had them, but it's just really weird. I've never seen that on a guppy before. But anyways, as you can see, they're going crazy for this stuff. Of course, I do have some red crystal shrimp in here. I don't see any now. They were in here this morning, but of course, once I start filming, they run for the hills. Trying to see if I see any. I don't. But anyways, guppies so far look like they're liking it. Alright, next up we're going to look at black neon tetras, cherry barbs. There's some dwarf chain loaches in here, as you can see. Some small apistogrammas that I got, I don't even know how long ago, but if you remember that video, probably about 4 months ago. They're in here somewhere. Bristlenose plecos. Where did I put the food? We'll drop some in. Alright, everything in this tank is going after these flakes, the cherry barbs, the black neons, the chain loaches. I just saw one of the apistos, although I don't see it now. Oh, here we go, right here. Still pretty small. I don't know if it's going to focus on it. It's trying to. Most of the flakes kind of fell back here, as you can see everything going back there trying to find them. Cherry barbs are always cherry, nice and red. They're the chain loaches and the bristlenose plecos going for these flakes, and still have the black neon tetras, so everything in here, a-okay. Alright, next up we have all my new African cichlids in the quarantine tank in here. If you saw my recent video, I ordered 3 species of Africans, only 1 species came in. I reordered 2 more species and now I got them all. They're all hiding back here, but I'm going to drop in some flakes and maybe these guys will go for it, maybe they won't. Alright, here we go. Now we got some action. This is why I love African cichlids, that herky-jerky stop motion type of swimming. I don't even know what to call it, but super fun to watch. It's a feeding frenzy. African cichlids, you can check those off the list. They love this food as well. Alright, there you go. So the fish seem to love this food. Now me, I've never really got into Sera just because of the price point. It is definitely on that upper tier of fish food, but after comparing it to the Tetra stuff that I have here, it's the only fish food I have is that Tetra Fish Food. So that's all I have to compare it with. The ingredients definitely seem nicer, and the price has come down a little bit. It's actually cheaper on Aquarium Co-op than Amazon and eBay or any other online retailer I've found, so that's pretty neat. But if you have been kind of on that fence of whether or not to get this fish food like I have been for the last couple years, I think it's worth it. The ingredients are better, what's left out is better, none of that nasty dyes, so I'm definitely enjoying it. As you saw, the fish absolutely love it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If there's any questions, if you have any comments, just leave them down below, and I'll see you all next time.